So this is one of the weirdest things that I've ever been part of, a surreal head scratcher of a story. So my dad, you can see I have the hat, the biggest Yankee fan I've ever known. And for most of his life, he went to a lot of games. Either he had partial season plans or just bought tickets, in later years online. But he went to a lot of baseball games. He grew up in the Bronx, not that far from where Yankee Stadium, the new Yankee Stadium is, or old Yankee Stadium, which was across the street. So my mom and my dad and myself, and I think my sister, she was very small, we were at a game sometime in the mid to late 1980s. And we're in the upper deck, and we're watching the game, and it's a big crowd because it's a Sunday, and there's a gentleman sitting about 6 seats to the right who is staring at us. He's looking over, and the exception was he knew one of my parents, but I didn't say anything. So finally, inning goes by, and this guy, this is kind of a burly guy with a beard, looked like he was about my dad's age. He comes over, and he says something to the effect of, ma'am, sir, I'm really sorry to bother you, but this is driving me crazy. And he looks at my dad, and he said, are you Alan Cohen? Well, yeah, my dad's Alan Cohen. No shit. He said, are you Alan Cohen? And my dad gets a little smile, and he says, yeah. The guy sticks out his hand to shake. My dad instinctively reaches to shake, and the guy excitedly says, I grew up with you in Denver. So my dad had never been and has never been in Denver in his life. This guy knew a man in Denver, roughly the same age as my dad, with the same name, sees my father at Yankee Stadium, thinks it's him. And you start calculating ratios, proportions, and odds, and I want you to try to imagine what are the odds that a random gentleman from Denver at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx would be certain that he grew up with my father in Denver with the same name as the guy who he grew up with in Denver. My dad, Bronx born and bred. This guy thought, I always wondered, my dad have a twin that lived in Denver? Was this a separated at birth thing? I don't know, but that is one of the weirdest stories that I have ever been a part of.